to Tribal Council. So it's been a little bit since I've seen you guys at Tribal Council. So first of all, congratulations. First, Ben on winning the gold medal a couple rounds ago, and Darcy on winning individual immunity. So Ben, I know you had to win that at the arena, so that's a different thing. But Darcy, you won pretty handily on this tribe. So did you feel like you were kind of in danger going into this Tribal Council, and now feel better that you have immunity?
Have you reached the... I felt that after kind of my bed flop of performance in that past maze challenge, I felt like I had to kind of prove myself a bit more with this one. Then safety is always nice. So discretion is advised.
So yeah, even though this is sort of an individual round with all three tribes going to Tribal Council, how tribal focused are you still thinking about this game, Tommy?
I totally missed the question.
It's okay. So Darcy was just talking about redeeming himself from the maze challenge and feeling like he needed to prove himself in this challenge. So along those lines, even though this is still an individual round, with all three tribes playing sort of like a mini merge in each scenario, how you guys are going to have to come back together as a tribe and work as a tribe. So how much are you still thinking about tribal lines versus, or like a tribe game versus a more individual game?
I think you have to weigh both, but merge is so far away still. We're only at final 19, so it should be a tribal game in my opinion, because we're not even close to the merge yet.
All right, so Beck, since it seems like people here, especially here, are playing a very tribal game, tribe-oriented game, what sorts of things? So obviously, challenge strength is an important thing to have on a tribe, but what else is important to have on a tribe at this point in the game?
I think just having good communication and good bonds with each other is also very good, because as we get further into the game, you want to have allies and people that you think you can trust. So
yeah. Caleb, do you think, so we've talked a little bit about tribe challenge strength, tribe dynamics versus individual dynamics, and then Beck just said that you need good communication and connections on a tribe. So Caleb, how well do you think this tribe is connected as a tribe? And yeah. Oh, okay. We'll wait. Ooh, rip. No, this was a Ben. This I asked Caleb a question, and that's where we're at. Caleb says, I feel like we're trying to do our best with meshing well. It's hard because everyone has different schedules and different agendas and everything, but we all want to be a tribe that gets along at least. All right, so you've said that you guys all want to get mesh well and be a good tribe together, but you don't think it really has. So Ben, have you noticed any specific weak points in this whole meshing of the Yūshū tribe going on right now? All right. So Beck, or not Beck, Ben. Why y'all gotta have similar names? What the heck? So Ben said, I've noticed that some of us aren't as available as we'd like to be, myself in particular. Real life gets in the way a lot here, and that'll bleed over into the game if we're not careful. Jealous of those with a lot of free time that can focus on the game. All right, so that kind of brings me to another thing. So obviously Darcy scored pretty high in this challenge, but some other people on the other tribes scored really high. So Jules, what does that make you think about your competition going forward in this game?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't expecting it. Well, I guess it's just like, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess it's a little intimidating just to see that people are gunning really hard. However, I did hear that there was a lot of drama going on in another tribe, so I know that people were obviously gunning for safety because they felt threatened in their place on their tribe. But I mean, obviously, I think that, I don't know, this game is filled with a lot of strong competitors, so I think if there's like another tribe swap or anything, I'd feel a little like scared. I don't know.
Yeah, so just a general question for anyone who wants to answer. What are you guys like looking for in the next couple rounds of this game? Like, what sorts of things are you preparing for? What sorts of things are you doing to set yourself up for those things that you're preparing for? This can be anyone who wants to take this one. No?
To me, I'd say it kind of comes down to trust and who you just feel like you can work with and who you feel like you can moving forward and stuff.
Nice. All right. So backtracking a little bit. Ben said while Jules was speaking, he started typing, and he said, a thing I've noticed too is that there's a lot of champs and challengers that really need to pull their weight in these challenges, especially since they have huge targets on their backs as they competed before and people know their previous skills. So we have one champ and one challenger here. So Tommy and Caleb, what is that? What do you make of that?
I think I pulled my weight. I don't know. I've always at least scored like in the middle of the pack for our tribe's challenge scores or on the higher end. So I think I've been pulling my weight on the tribe.
Nice. Do you feel? Sorry, I'm going to make you keep talking while Caleb's typing, so that we're doing something. Do you feel like there's a real that there is a champs, like a returnees versus newbies thing on this tribe, or is it just sort of like anything goes at this point?
I think it's anything goes. I think we have to do what's best for the tribe.
Nice. All right, and now backtracking to what Caleb said. So he said, honestly, kind of shocked because me and Beck were the only two that got points in the first, and I did pretty well in the maze. So yeah, so seems like things that we've talked about a lot are connections, tribe scores, or challenge scores, and all that stuff. So does anybody feel like they're not in the best position for either a challenge score or their connections on the tribe? Does anybody feel a little nervous going into this tribal? Because yeah. Ooh, so either Karen's in for a normal 6-1 vote, or someone's about to get blindsided. This is fun. So yeah, so since everybody here feels pretty secure, except maybe Ben, who's still typing, we're not sure yet. Unless anybody has anything else to say, I'm gonna let Ben finish what he's typing, and then we'll get to it. So if you got something to say it while Ben's typing. Aha. All right, so Ben said, in response to your previous question as to who we're looking for right now, I think the threats, either by challenge or by social game, are going to come out of the woodwork now that our tribe is numbered. In response to your question here, I feel unsure about my challenge scores going forward. I'm looking to improve upon that because I still feel deep down that I've let the team down in some regards. Got voted out once already. Who's to say it'll happen again? Lower in number, not numbered. Yeah, so with the only person here really feeling in danger with either challenge performance or socially, it looks like either Rip Karen or someone's in for a fun time tonight. So you guys have been to tribal before, you know the drill. Once I count down from 10, votes need to be in. You have until then to submit or change. Let's get to it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll get the votes. Ooh. Y'all almost saw who the fuck was going home. Where? There, okay. All right, I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the chat immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Karen. Second vote, Karen. Third vote, Karen. That's 3 votes, Karen. Fourth vote, Jules. Fifth vote, Jules. Sixth vote, Jules. We're tied 3 votes, Karen, 3 votes, Jules, 1 vote left. And the 6th or 7th person voted out of Tumblr Survivor 2020, Jules. Jules, the tribe has spoken, and it is time for you to go. All right, so with all this talk of challenge scores and tribal and connections, but everyone here feeling safe, it seems like we were just witness to a big blindside. So take that as you will, and you are done for the night.